Coach has his finger on the button. He will push it. He will push it. Push it. Now push it good.
Push it real good.
Push it. Push it. Oh. We already got one. Tonight's episode, special premiere of Night of the Living Dead, will not be seen to bring you this epic podcast.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you. Music Lovers Only.
What is up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
We are For Music Lovers Only, the number one podcast everywhere, the number one music podcast everywhere, every platform you can find us. We're number one.
All over the world.
Number one at something. I don't know what.
Kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
No, the outside of my garage, the little title clip there, the Night of the Living Bed. It's two bed frames that were leaned up, and so they always look like the the scary movie, Chris Elliott's character with the hand.
Okay, I know the funny scary movie, the weird. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
I don't know which one it
Let me
is.
get you some more. Would you like some more?
Yeah.
No,
It always looks like that. The reflection on the mirror. I'm always out there late.
I don't know. He had a little messed up hand, and it had like Marlon Wayans in it, or something like that. And they went to a scary mansion. They won like a contest, and then it find out they were actually all getting killed off. And
Yeah. And David Cross is like the one of the main characters, the cohorts, and he's like in a wheelchair, and so him and Chris Elliott with his funky little tiny mutated hand get to bickering back at each other, and I'm gonna be the bigger person and walk away because David Cross character in the wheelchair.
That sounds absolutely ridiculous.
it's called Scary Movie 2. So yes,
It is.
he's got a creepy hand. He keeps touching people with it once he puts his hand in the
mashed potatoes.
whatever,
Scoops up mashed potatoes with it.
I must have missed it. They have like 78,000 movies, though.
Yeah,
I've seen half of them. So
this is the first one. That's the only one I've watched. I gave up after the first one. I'm like, oh, okay, this is bad enough. But yeah, so how's everybody's week going? We're going to talk road trip songs because we probably all got a few road trips coming up. At least I do. And so I thought that was a good topic. And,
thought you'd brag.
Huh?
Thought you'd brag to us. No, I'm just joking.
Sontia's. I mean, we're always on the road. Road trips can be small. It can be the drive to work is a road trip. It's a crappy road trip.
Woo,
I don't enjoy it. But yeah, so I thought that would be a good topic. And then it turns out we do have one more week before the 4th of July, which I was, with the vacation brain, I didn't realize. So we can come back and do something next week if we're available. We may do that.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Figure something
And
out.
on the
Always do.
I use my little Bride of Frankenstein for the title, the thumbnail for this podcast because it fits. She's rocking away. But this one was it started out in 2021. Me and Kevin did it on Art Assault, and that was when we were doing one painting. We'd finish it in an hour in an episode, and it got a big hole in it, so we patched it up, and it's been sitting here. We've kind of been working on it. I think we've only done 2 episodes working on it, and both of us were kind of not in the zone when we were working on it, so we didn't get much done. So it's been sitting here at the house, and I'm just like, I gotta finish it. But I think she looks a lot better than what she did.
I like it.
Yeah. She looks like super rock and roll.
And I'm going to do stickers and some other things. The original's not going to be for sale as of yet. That's going to be in the gallery. It's part of the gallery. So whenever we get that. Nothing's official yet, but we're working on it.
All right, sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
But yeah, we got some fun things here. Okay, this week has been pretty weird with the internet. I don't know if you guys have noticed the feed on your Facebook. Hawk 2 spit on that thing. It's been everywhere. Imagine going into an interview and being recognized as the Hawk 2 girl. Going to be pretty bad. JT got into a little trouble.
Yeah,
yeah.
Trouble. What?
Happens,
alleged DWI.
He did do that.
And then, according to his blood work or something, his piss test or whatever, he had all kinds of like weird shit. I can't remember what all was in there, but
vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract. And
then probably that? It's gonna make you blind.
I still love JT, and of course now there's people coming out saying that he's a dick to work with him because he hasn't been doing much work in Hollywood. He's he's kind of a dick, is what people are saying now, and now he gets into a little trouble, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's a dick." I mean,
he's been a dick. That was like his thing for a minute.
I thought he was a good guy, huh?
He has his in a box.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
that's where he puts it.
It's just a dick in the box.
Right in the box.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You go. No. We're good.
But the most important thing I learned on the internet this weekend is, did you know Listerine, stuff you gargle with to keep your breath fresh and germ free?
I know what Listerine is.
You can put it on bug bites, and it makes them stop itching. Doesn't swell up, doesn't get bad. I seen that, and mosquito bites bug the hell out of me. I tried doing the off, but sometimes that don't work. And then now there's videos circulating that off. If you run out of weed killer, you can just spray some off on there, and that'll kill the weeds. And I'm like, oh great,
Well, then you could also use weed killer for bug killer. See, now you've figured it out. If you're ever out of off, just take some Roundup and put on you.
Yeah.
There we
dose
go.
of cancer.
Just don't eat anything.
Just don't. All
right, that's bad advice. There was my bad advice for
yes. Boom. My advice is don't be like JT. Don't be a dick and don't get caught.
Yeah, don't drink and drive in general. I mean, if drinking's your thing, that's one, but don't put other lives at risk.
Well, I mean, it was the Hamptons, so I mean, would we really miss anybody from the Hamptons? I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's got loved people everywhere.
Yeah. I guess my bad advice would be like, don't put Tui.
Well, I mean, traditionally, it's always been me doing the spitting, but not on that thing. So, I mean, I don't know. Hey,
I mean,
she's famous now.
I've done it. Like, it's part of the, you have to, keep it interesting.
Apparently, the internet loves it. I cannot go three posts without seeing some form of joke about it. So, but I mean, she's going to be in an interview one day, and you're that gal. Maybe she's going to put it on her resume. I wonder if she does.
She's probably getting paid for it right now. I saw some sort of post with her, like with merch.
All right.
Get your money.
So today in music, Cyndi Lauper, 1953, she was born.
Yay.
So happy birthday, Cyndi Lauper. I love Cyndi Lauper.
Happy birthday.
Then in 2019, Mr. Sir Elton John was awarded the France's highest civilian award of Légion d'honneur. I hope I said it in an appropriate French accent. But the British musician was presented this by the president, Emmanuel Macron, and he praised Elton John as a melodic genius and one of the first gay artists to come out and give people a voice. So that's why he got the award. And I love Elton John. Always have. Didn't matter to me what he was doing in his off time.
No.
This one, like I said, I've seen some kind of bad stuff about Robin Thicke, but in 2013, Blurred Lines came out with a 13-week run at number 1. And the video, the song featured T.I. and Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
And the video is kind of sexy, but then there's also another video where it's even more sexy, where they're running around topless.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one I first stumbled on YouTube. And I'm like, what is going on here? It asked me if I was 18 before. And originally YouTube had pulled it off completely.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought it back, giving it, some that little thing where you had to make sure you're age verified.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he was one of the models in there. Thicke was, of course, being a predator type of guy, and the director got onto him and stuff. And I think the models even like left halfway through because of it. And then,
Mm-hmm.
He had to apologize and all this. And I guess they came back and finished and then got naked. I don't know how the timeline worked, but I don't know. But I mean, from what I hear, T.I. and Pharrell were upstanding. They maintained themselves. Sad note: Mark Chapman pled guilty to the charge of murdering John Lennon, 1980. Sentenced to 20 years to life. I mean, it's sad, but it's sad that it happened. But at least there was justice.
Yeah.
And then Joni Mitchell in 1971 released her 4th album, Blue, which I love Joni Mitchell as well. River is my favorite song on there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was California, In Case of You on there, some good ones. And it peaked at number 15 in the U.S. It didn't get much love on the charts, but it was a classic, instant classic.
Sweet.
So
good news.
That's it for today.
Like news.
The today in musics have kind of been replacing our shorts for our top 5, and that's okay because now I can just put them as videos. I don't have to do as much editing. I can just leave the stories we tell and we talk to there. And so I'm kind of hoping it's a new formula, because I hadn't been doing just regular short content videos, because basically this podcast we're doing now, this broadcast is completely useless except for chopping it up and getting it into more servable bites. People don't want to watch, they ain't got time for 45 minutes. And so they can handle a minute, but I kind of want to use the minute to just get the views and get it over to at least the videos of what I'm hoping in our 5 and 10 minute videos get a little more traction.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, week 1, I'll keep you posted on how it's working, but
pay attention, folks. He's telling you about the process.
It seems I've been using stories, the Facebook stories a lot to get people over to the YouTube channel, because Facebook doesn't want you really posting links. They want you staying in that platform. They don't want you drawing people away from the platform.
Mm-hmm.
But stories seems to be the place to do it. And so I'm trying, it's nothing substantial yet, but, we've got a little growth on everything. So a little growth every week, and all we can hope for right now until we get Joe Rogan famous, or finally get Snoop on here and blow us up.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to get some guests to get Joe Rogan famous. Or one of us is just gonna have to get famous for something. So Sontia, kind of on you. Josh with some painting, or me to screw up big enough,
Okay, you can go the JT route. Sontia can go the Nickelback route.
Yeah.
Except for maybe not the Nickelback route, maybe, but
I'll take the Nickelback route.
Take the Nickelback route.
Like, I'll take the Nickelback money too. It's like, that's
not show.
Yeah, I'll take it, just a little bit of Nickelback money.
Oh yeah. But
that sounds illegal.
This is our first. We were last 2 we recorded, and so this is our first time being together on Saturday.
Oh,
I bet anybody didn't notice.
I wonder if they noticed.
Together last Saturday.
No, I was at the lake sweating and hot.
Oh my God, I can't believe all that stuff happened. So much stuff happened since Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this week has been insane.
Yeah, it has.
Oh my God, I'm over it.
I got to play an insane show. Well, it wasn't. I keep saying insane, and people just assume that they're like titties flying everywhere and like sacrificing animals and stuff. And it's just like, no, we just had a good time. We're old. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be that kind of good time.
At a rockin' show.
Oh,
I sacrificed a cheeseburger.
Half a pizza, an Elemento pizza, man. But yeah, it was a really good time. And then everybody sung a Nickelback cover with me. I told you guys, but I wanted to say
That was awesome.
That was the roast one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Did you get roasted?
I did not. We were roasting Stephen Wolf for his birthday.
Yeah.
And so so I wrote a roast, and I thought that everybody else was gonna do like a super aggressive roast, but they did not.
They're nice.
I did.
After his manhood and all kinds of stuff, didn't you?
I was like, okay, well, I'm done with my roast. Let me sit down and listen to everybody else's roast. And then it was just like, yeah, that was I did a roast. I did the roast.
So you went like first or what?
I went first.
Oh.
So I didn't know what to expect. I thought, I wanted to do really well so that I could, keep up and, do what everybody else was doing, keep up with the Joneses or whatnot. But the Joneses were nice. The Joneses are nice people. The Wares, we're not.
I'm sure there's videos somewhere. So it'll come to surface. We'll circulate it.
It's on tape.
It's on tape. It's on VHS.
Canceled.
It's on Betamax. All right, Coach, you got the spinner locked and loaded?
We got a new one.
Oh, it's plain white.
Yeah, it's the backside of a different plate.
Does it spin better?
I think so. I gotta be able to hold it better. But let's here. You guys ready for the inaugural spin?
Yeah. Ooh.
And
Sontia. And we can also get that in there now on the video. So I feel a lot better about that.
Sweet. All right. You guys ready for some road trip songs?
I am so ready for some road trip songs.
All right. So when I was thinking about road trip songs, I was laying on the couch, looking up at the ceiling, thinking about all the road trips that I've been on. And I decided to just pick the songs that always play anytime I'm on a road trip, at least once, because I have about 5 that I play every time. The first one is going to be by The Outfield, and it's Your Love, where, where they go, I don't want to lose your love tonight.
Yeah.
All right, before we got to pay them. And then the reason why I picked that one is because when I went on my first road trip, I had a 1984 Ford Mustang. It wasn't even the hatchback. It was the other one. I didn't even get to open my hatchback. I had a trunk. But that was the first vehicle that I would take road trips in, and it had a tape player, and I would always put in my outfield tape and play that. So I'd play that both sides into the sunset every time. So that's my number 1 road trip song. If anybody ever goes on a road trip with me, that song is going to play first every time.
Yeah.
I can do the chorus with you. So
I don't want to lose your love tonight. As long as it's under 30 seconds, I think that's the rule.
No music going behind it. There's a lot of things we can get away with.
We're in no fear. We can say the lyrics all we want, just as long as we're not actually playing their version of the song. Like I said, I mean, you could get on here and play a cover of the song, and I think it would be 100% fine because it's you performing that. It's just not.
Yeah, I've even got a couple songs on my board that are ones that are playable, that are just enough of a band, but also they're edited, so you can get away with it.
Yeah, I think covers are fine.
That's cool. All right, number two.
Number two.
So this is the first time that I ever heard this song. It's called "Sometimes Salvation," and it's by the Black Crows.
Ooh.
And I was on a road trip at that time, and the gentleman that I was on the road trip with was like, "You gotta hear this song," and I was like, "Please stop showing me music." And then he's like, "No, you'll love it. You gotta hear this song." And I was like, "Okay, put it on." So we're on the back roads, we're bumping around on the back roads, and he has a CD player. And so for like the first 10, 20 seconds, it was just skipping. And I was like, I really don't want to hear this song. Yeah. Like, it seems like God does not want me to hear this song. And he's like, no, you gotta hear this song. And so finally he stopped, and then he put the CD in, got off the back roads, went to the smoother roads, and then the song played just flawlessly one time. And I was like, that is the best song I've ever heard in the whole world in my whole life. And it is such a powerful, amazing song.
I think Marley did it.
For Sometimes Salvation?
I think. I know Black Crows did one of the...
No, I don't think that's a cover where he goes, "To lessen my troubles, stop hanging out with vultures."
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got to play it. You got to play it.
I know the song. I mean, it's one of...
Dude.
And I was shocked to hear, but there was one song by them that I didn't know was a cover, and I thought that was it, but I made it wrong.
No, if you haven't heard it, you need to hear that song.
Oh no, like I said, I love the Black Crows. That was
yeah. If you don't know what song I'm talking about, you need to hear that song.
Yeah, there will be a playlist. Everybody, check it out.
All right, next one, Alabama Shakes. Always All Right.
Oh,
good song.
Oh, great song.
If we were going to discuss albums, Alabama Shakes would be like Boys and Girls and Sound and Color, both road trip albums. It's just they just take you there.
Such a beautiful voice, powerful. It's like, holy crap! I couldn't, I think I heard the song first, and then I watched the video, and I was like, holy shit! She's getting down, and it's just giving it all, leaving it there, and
oh yeah. I saw him live. It was crazy.
Ooh,
it was absolutely crazy, and it was at the Starlight Theater in Kansas City, to where it was echoing off of everything.
Oh.
It was crazy.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Yep. Number 4. Yeah. Nickelback. As you all know.
Do you like them? You've never really told us if you're a fan of them or not.
I know. I keep it a mystery. But I love Nickelback. So
okay.
Like, I really do. I love them so much. And one of my favorite road trip songs for them is Burn It to the Ground. So after the outfield, I have to hear this really heavy, just power ballad, Burn It to the Ground. And when I went to go see Nickelback, that was the last song that they played. Yeah. And I was so afraid that I had missed it. I was like, man, I missed it. I bet they opened with that. And then they left the stage, and then they came back for their encore, and that was their encore song. And I was like, I could die now. But while I'm driving, I don't want to do that. I just want to listen to the song as I'm going, And it's a good one to help you wake up if you're falling asleep.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5. And this one is a special one because I do not originate from Wichita, Kansas. Did you guys know that? Did you know I'm not really from here? I'm an implant in Colorado. Which is why I get you guys so high.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on one of the many times we've talked on the internet. I think we talked about it on probably the first podcast.
Maybe.
I think that was news to me just now.
Yeah.
We haven't spent enough. We should do a collaborators night and get to know each other. No.
Yeah. Get to know your folks. But when I was moving from Colorado to Wichita, Kansas, there was one song that came on, and it just like kept coming on while I was going, and I was sitting there crying, watching my mountains go. I was like, bye mountains. Oh my God, it's going to be so flat. And all I got is a Save-A-Lot. Oh, it was a Food for Less. That's what it was. Food for Less and Albertsons is what was here, and Dillon's. And I was like, it's a fake ass non-King Supers. Oh, go. And so it was the Wallflowers. One Headlight.
Yeah.
Is what it
awesome
was.
song.
Yep, Bob Dylan's Baby, sitting there making me cry.
Yeah.
But it was a good decision. I love Wichita. Wichita, Kansas is awesome, and just
Good
keep
place.
watching it grow. Mm-hmm.
It's home. It's home.
Yeah, it's home, definitely.
There's better places, but it's a good place. It's an affordable place, and genuinely, for the most part, pretty good people.
Yeah.
Shitheads everywhere.
Yeah.
It's better in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my list.
This is my list.
Good list.
We lost all of our Oklahoma love right now.
Sorry,
They do make up a third of our viewing audience. So
Oh wow! Thanks.
it was nice knowing you. Thanks for watching.
We
They
still love you. We're
I mean,
just saying, you know, it's not a great place to live there. Although they do have medical marijuana. So
Yeah.
they do have that. Okay, never mind. Kansas still sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Kansas is better. We're just saying, okay, we did. Sorry.
Well, yeah.
Are we ready to spin? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should stop saying things.
I've yet to mute anybody. Don't make me. Oh.
Really like Sontia.
Whoa. Now, I did put one on my tentative list, and we'll talk about it later because I'm pretty sure it better have made Coach's list. But I did not. I don't know. I did not look at a road trip playlist on Spotify until today, just because I didn't want that. Because I mean, all great music, most of it. Every 70s song was a great road trip song, hands down. I could think of 170 songs that would, I could just play and it would be great. So I stayed away from that. But my number 5, and the way I numbered mine is kind of like number 5 is the very beginning. That would be the first song, and it kind of easy. And when I'm on a road trip, the first couple of songs, they just feel good. They feel good, and then when that time comes to where you're nodding and you're trying to make it a few more miles, that's when I put on the blood pounding, just stay awake. So my number 5 was Clutch, Binge and Purge, and I love Clutch.
Yeah.
I don't think they've made the list enough on here is all I gotta say. But Binge and Purge starts super melodic. 90% of the song is just very melodic, and then it gets to the last little bit of the song and it's punching you in the face, your blood, you're bleeding, great song, and it just gets the blood flowing.
I like it.
I love songs that punch you in the face.
That one certainly does. And it just comes out of left field because you're not even, it just goes to the pause, and then you kind of think it's gonna, and then it's fuck you, Number 4, Bloodhound Gang. And again, I don't think they've made the list enough. They're kind of underrated, and I don't think they would be able to make any music today. I think they would be canceled immediately if they aren't already.
I know one Bloodhound Gang song, I think.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good ones and a lot of raunchy ones. This one is Boom, and it's just driving, all the way through. And this one has Rob Van Winkle, also known as Vanilla Ice, on it. Yep. So I had to take the opportunity to get Ice twice. Ice twice. 2 weeks in a row we got Ice. So Vanilla, come on, let's kick it.
Vanilla.
We'll start with you, bro.
Yeah. And it's a good song. And like I said, number 3, again with the driving, this was just, kind of mellow, but still getting a little heavier, which they made the 90s list, Caius and Green Machine. And I kind of put them tentatively, but that wasn't my main pick. So I was okay picking them again and putting them as Green Machine. And it just sounds like it was made to be played in the car on a road trip.
Mm.
And then number 2, we're getting into the, the eyes are getting heavy, so I need a little blood flow, and I need to get the music. So, From Autumn to Ashes, Cherry Kiss is a song, and they're probably an emo band, a screamo band. I don't know what they're called, but
that's the one with the lady, isn't it? The lady lead singer.
No, I believe they had a gal kind of doing backup vocals
Okay.
in on the first album, but I think she left, and I think, if I'm thinking right, the lead singer may have gotten into trouble, and so I think they changed singers or something with the other albums. And they're melodic, kind of sing-songy, but screaming over it. It's but it just the music is just, you know what I mean, but it's just crazy breaks. It'll be, driving, and then, melodic, and then back to the heart pounding drivingness.
Okay, I've checked it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, there'll be a playlist, and you can check them all out. Every song we talk about right here will be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, I couldn't stay completely away from the 70s. Deep Purple, Highway Star. This song was made for driving. It's I'm a highway, and it kind of brings it down a notch with, not screamy and metal, but it's got just as much energy as before, and it just keeps it rolling.
Most Deep Purple does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good list, man.
Sweet.
2 new songs for me, so I like it.
Then Coach is spinning under the table, and see, we don't lie.
Yay, there we go.
I did the opposite. Mine was probably, actually, I didn't look at a Spotify one, but 3 of my songs were ones that just normal. And then they're all songs I would listen to on a road trip, but they would also be on probably most road trip soundtracks if you had a road trip soundtrack. So my number 5, it was maybe one that wouldn't, but it's Born to Be Wild, Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Especially when we were young and we were leaving to go on our first road trips. I think we played that, it's like, we're going to go get in trouble or, whatever, it's like, so good way to get you going and up for a road trip. And
oh yeah, Steppenwolf is awesome. That was
number 4, Grateful Dead, Truckin'.
Oh yeah.
Another one that just, man, you it's up the whole time, and so while you're driving, not putting you to sleep. So and good road song, and especially if I was a truck driver, I think I would listen to it to start every truck trip,
Yeah.
So number 3, On the Road Again, Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
And we, that's one of the ones we play, usually, especially when we used to do Christmas, I would be the only song I got away with playing that wasn't Christmas music, because early on we would go to 5 or 6 or whatever Christmases on one day sometimes. So you get on the road, and I wanted to play it every time, On the Road Again,
Just have a little soundboard in your car, and just
they need to do a Christmas version of that song. I think it would be awesome for the and in between you have you have the family, stuff I just can't wait to stop opening Christmas presents for my kids, and
Willie, get to working on it.
Come on, buddy, and then I'll just I don't even need much royalties on that for that idea, man. Just let me hang out with you. Let me go on that. Let me go on that bus.
I think he had to cancel some dates. The Outlaw tour, because I think I don't know, probably exhaustion. I don't know. I hope he's doing all right. Hope you're doing all right, Willie. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
We're always
about the Christmas song. Sontia can play for you.
Yeah. We got you on the list, man. You and Snoop and Vanilla.
My number 2 is one that's kind of the the going home song, maybe when you're leaving somewhere, or when we would even leave from a longer, my other group I used to hang out with in Arc City, not you, but when we would head back, this one we would play, and it was Going Back to Cali, Biggie, going back, it's just to Bell Plain. No, we weren't as excited, but
Yeah.
And then my number 1, This is a song that I could probably play the whole time just to keep me going, but it's God dang it, I even looked how you say it up, but the ZZ Top Law,
Lagrange.
Garage or whatever,
Garage.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one that's just probably my favorite ZZ Top song in general.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that's the sound they were going for, road trip songs.
That's what I said. There was probably 3 or 4 that I could, that was if that would be my road trip soundtrack. Like number 1 would be, or just a ZZ Top playlist, would be fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm a little disappointed Cheap Trick didn't make it on there.
Oh, what did you?
That was the one I was talking about. But then looking for it, and like I said, Coach, that was the one we played back and forth going to Arc City, and Jesse and all the whole. But it was I reintroduced it into the mainstream on us with the Howard Stern soundtrack.
Yep,
and the album version sucks, horrible. I was like falling asleep, and I was like, why is this not the same song? And so I had to go, and it's a live from Budokan. I don't know, but it's a live version is what they used for the Howard Stern, and that thing is just rocking.
It's way better version, huh?
Yeah. I mean, go back and check out the album version, and you'll be like, "What is this is not the song that got us hyped up."
Yeah, I was gonna say that we jammed to for years. That's probably the only version of it I know. Honestly, to this day would be that one. So. I had an honorable mention. I Can't Drive 55, Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
And that was one I kind of thought might be on your list. I didn't know. I know you're not maybe that's kind of a quintessential road trip song, especially if you're in a hurry somewhere or trying to get somewhere.
Yeah. So. My honorable mention was Take Me Home, Country Road by John Denver.
Yeah. Awesome one. Yep.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's one of my favorites to sing along to. I remember when I caught COVID and I was isolated in my room, like at one point, my kids were singing it through the door. We just had to sing along through the door. And I was like, man, the world better not end because this is so sweet. It didn't. It's still here. A good song.
Hotel California would probably be one of those songs too. That's probably when I listened. The only time I probably would listen to Beach Boys, honestly, anymore. Nothing against them. I love a lot of their songs, but would be on road trips just because, again, it's that kind of sing along music and keeps you up and going, and you can play it with your kids in the car. And that's where a lot of my road music comes from. This reason why a lot of mine isn't that. Some of the music I would because all my long portion of my road trips were with underage children that, we listened to some stuff, some Eminem and stuff, but which was probably just as bad as anything, but
yeah.
Bad influence.
A lot of mixtapes, burn CDs.
One of my kids ended up all right, and the other one we'll see, no.
Jury's still out.
I'm not telling you which one is which, kids.
Do they listen and watch your podcast faithfully?
Every once in a while. My daughter does the other one every once in a while, but it's not really her style because she's a good girl. I mean, she knows me. But if I do certain interviews, she will. She likes the interview stuff that I do because I'm usually tamer when I have an interview style format. Still, and me, but I'm not as me.
Not as me.
So
yeah.
Good
list.
This was fun songs just because it was a weird way to search for me because I didn't like the road trip songs that I was searching. And so then you just kind of really start having to think about road trips and what you really and I just haven't done a lot of road tripping for a while. So
like I said, Life in the Fast Lane, that would be
good one off the top of my head.
Oh, Sweet Emotion, like I said, the 70s.
All of them. That's why I said if you did the Dazed and Confused soundtrack would be a freaking awesome road trip one,
Oh yeah.
All right. That's another person I'd like to interview. McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. We could probably get Matthew McConaughey.
That's what I like about listeners. The older I get, they stay the same.
I think this is the third. Is that the second time I've heard that in the 7 days?
Yeah. Not a creepy line
Does he
at
have
all.
a movie coming out or something? What is going on?
No, man, that's probably that or whatever, the Mississippi Burning or whatever. Those are my two favorite freaking McConaughey's, man.
Yeah.
Well, the beach bum. I
I
seen
haven't
it
watched
on.
it yet. I've heard people, some like it, some don't.
It's on one of the things I've got, one of the streaming platforms I got. So I'm gonna watch it. I haven't. I may have turned it on and immediately fell asleep. What was it? I think Thursday. No, it was Wednesday. I came home and, like I said, the fest and conference that's going on probably right now.
Yeah.
They tried to kill me, and Thursday they
Just
came
more
pretty close.
controversy.
Yeah, they killed me personally. It was them. That was their whole intention. They hate me.
They killed Josh.
They killed Josh.
Hopefully it went off well, though. Oh.
It looked, like I said, I don't know. They spent $30,000 on shit, on banners and stuff. So I don't know. Deep pockets. That's all I'm gonna say. But I came home Thursday exhausted, and I laid down, which I normally don't do. I usually do things and try to keep moving. But I laid down on the bed, and the kid came in and bugged me a few times, asking about this and that. And next thing I know, I'm waking up at like 11:30, freaking out. I'm like, oh shit, I left the garage door open and all this. And so I go running out there, and it was shut. Everything was shut up. And it's like, okay. And then I couldn't go back to sleep for like 2 hours. But yeah, and then, yeah, so that was Wednesday. Thursday was the last day, the deadline that they had to do it, and ended up having to work a little late to get it done because they started adding stuff Thursday. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm clocked out. And of course, we had our other customers that we had to, jobs we had to get done too. So it was, Friday, everybody was walking around like just hating the world. And I was done. So I went in. I had one of the things I wanted to ask you guys were hitting the thing was about dreams. I had a really messed up dream. I don't know how much stock y'all put in dreams, but I had a messed up dream. The damn ex keeps haunting me in my dreams. Like I said, in 99% of the time, in awake hours, not good, but always in the goddamn dreams. And so, but I got over it, and I was like, I'm going to be in a good mood. And I got in a good mood, and I went to work, and the gal I work with, she I was trying to tell her what was going on, and she's like snapping at me, and like, okay, first two times I let it roll off, but at the third time I'm like, okay, you done ruined my mood. I'm fucking just pissed, and that's nobody talked to me the rest of the day. It was kind of good because I wouldn't have had anything nice to say, but I made it through Friday. I don't know how. It was a blur, and yeah, I'm glad that is over. I'm ready for vacation.
I was back from vacation last week, so I kind of got ran over and behind and all that. I only took 2 days off, but just kind of the wrong time of month, wrong time of the year. So
I got off work early and took a nap. So sorry, guys. My ass was asleep.
Oh, I didn't chop any videos or nothing Wednesday, so I woke up, and like I said, I woke up at like 5 Friday, or Thursday, so I did my videos early in the morning, and they still got the same kind of reception, a little bit. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason, but
there's no reason to get discouraged. Like I said, sometimes it takes a while just for people to just really catch on that anything's going on.
Well, there's a thousand reasons to get discouraged, but that's what makes the grit and the integrity. Just keep going.
Just keep having hope. Yeah. It'll happen.
Rocky's most famous line.
And if anything, we have something to do that keeps us happy on Saturdays.
Yeah.
We have each other.
And, okay, speaking of, have you guys went through and checked out that playlist, the No Way Out? Did you watch the video for that?
Yes.
I did not.
That is the straight cheesiest. And it sums up the 80s right there.
Yep.
Right there. Early 90s, because it kind of bled over. There's a little bleed, but them pants, the guy's haircut, everything. And like I said, I'd never seen the video, so it was a complete shock to me to see the sound coming out of this guy, and it's okay. It kind of reminded me of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Remember the scene where he's dancing in the bar?
Yep, drunk.
I can't remember what movie it is, but
Kickboxer.
yeah, and he had to get in a fight. That was what his trainer was, getting in a fight drunk. But yeah, that right there. I'm like, oh my god.
Man, thanks, Jana.
Yep.
I'm glad this is your favorite hour on Saturday.
Yes, thank you very much. But
we appreciate you so much.
We really do.
You're the number one. You're the bee's knees. Like I said, Facebook's been acting weird, and she messaged me and was like, I like this, but it's not showing it. And I'm like, you're good. I believe you. We love you. And so, yeah, it has definitely been the last couple of days. Facebook hasn't been working right. I mean, I can scroll like two posts and it like freezes and blocks and grays everything out. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, it's probably doing an update because they have to operate 24/7, 365. And at some point, something's going to slow down on everybody because
I'm still like a 15-minute a day. Honestly, I'll go through and I try to find a bunch of your stuff and watch it and like it. And my buddy from Three Wheel Bicycle and so I mean some people that I'm active with in life right now. I'm trying to support, but other than that, I need it and I've enjoyed it and I've just I want people to listen and watch and do all that and go find us and be fans of us. But if there's a way, that's why I'm glad we have the YouTube and we have all the other places you can just go straight find us on our day and watch us if you choose to do what I'm doing, which is just kind of take a break. Yeah. And it might go through the election, honestly. So the show's going to suffer all this other stuff, but it just mentally it's kind of what Coach needs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That first. Yeah.
That's awesome. Like that you're doing that because it really is. It's having to stay, and I didn't think that any of this would have to do with artistry and part of it's addiction. It's a fucking addiction to where you just you get caught up, and literally if you just got on there and did what you needed to do and got off, like if you were really, really pushing material, it might be an hour that you actually need to be on Facebook and social media, but there's so much on there. So
I started getting
right, Coach.
That's why I said I started getting addicted, and you scrolling, and then you're, like I said, just there's a bunch. I'm taking a break from a bunch of things just to see how strong I am mentally, and I'm on day 5 and no sugar, so mixed with all the other things I've given up recently.
That's another thing that is really annoying me. I'm tired of eating. Yeah, I mean. Food is just
no.
Right now it sounds great. And they're waiting on me that I'm getting ready to just go walk out of this one for. Sorry, no.
I love you guys. We'll let you go eat. I'm tired of eating. I mean, I wish I would. Wish there was a better way. And then nothing we're eating is real. So, but at the lake, I felt a little jiggly. But I took my shirt off a little bit, but not much. I was self-conscious. My jiggle.
Break that jiggle out.
Well, I broke it out. I might have scared some people, but I broke it out.
I'm definitely fitting the dad bod mold right now.
Yeah, the damn breakfast sandwich is a quick trip. And the chocolate milk. All right. Well, we may be back next week. We'll come up with something. We'll decide if we are going to be, but we're going to take the 4th of July off. And I think the next weekend we'll be off.
Think so,
we'll take 2 weeks off and we'll come back. I know I got Monica Fest the weekend I get back. That's Saturday, Sunday. I don't know how late, and Kevin can man the booth if worst case scenario. So we may have to pre-record the first one back, but we'll figure it out later.
All right.
Have a good night. Thanks for coming on. Music lovers, like, follow, share. Room Green Productions, Sontia Soul, Middle of the Road Podcast. We out.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.